Sometimes everything just gets hard. Sometimes everything just gets harder. Feeling like I'm missing some parts. Days just keep on getting much darker.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little different. I'm going to show you how I got these goddess faux locks. Very bohemian-esque, and I'm here for it. I really wanted to do a protective style on my channel, especially during the times that we're in now, where we're doing this whole quarantine, staying at home thing for your safety. I saw that a lot of people were upset that beauty supply stores were closed and, you know, ain't nobody got their hair done. But let me tell you, you can get this style with hair that you have laying around the house. I know we all have a hair drawer. We all got one. So you just got to make it work, okay? So I'm going to show you how I got this style without purchasing a single thing. Okay, so let's go. I don't know about y'all, but I have a hair drawer. I have hair everywhere pretty much. I got hair that I purchased and never ended up using. I got wigs that I made that I never wear anymore. So with all those things laying around and anything else that I had on hand, I came up with this style. I saw this technique from Winnie Jean. She is amazing, and I subscribed to her like a few days ago, and then I like binged watched all of her videos because I just love like her spirit. She's so calm. She's just got good vibes. If you guys want to see a more detailed tutorial, definitely check out her video. She does faux locks multiple different ways, and she's just amazing. So I created this look. I am not a good braider. Let me just tell you that right now. You do not have to be super skilled. You also don't have to pay a lot of money to have somebody else do a style for you, and you do not have to risk your health trying to go outside your house looking for a beauty supply store or a salon that is open. Okay, stay your butt at home. You can do this at home. It may take you a couple days, but you ain't going nowhere. So as you guys can tell, my parts are not precise, and if you want a more clean, detailed, really uniform look, make sure that your parts are clean. I'm not that good at parting. Mine's always crooked, and even if I got a mirror in front of me and I'm looking at a mirror behind me, it's still all wonky, so I wasn't even gonna try. I did finger parts and maybe cleaned it up with my comb just a little bit so they weren't, you know, like crisscross. I also did this style on dirty hair. I did not wash my hair because I knew that I wasn't going to keep it in for a very long time. I'm probably gonna only have it in till the weekend. Today's Tuesday, just for reference. They're probably gonna be out on Saturday, just so you know. It's just something really cute so that I don't have to deal with my natural hair for the next few days because I'm just not in the mood. I'm gonna stop rambling and I'm going to show you guys exactly how I got these locks. Everything that I used will be linked down below, so if you have any questions, leave me a comment, check the description box, and I will see you guys at the end of this video. Bye! As you guys can tell, I have half my head done with the locks. I am working on the other half of my head right now. I have finished a majority of my goddess braids, so this is the base of the locks. I have a few more left to do. I probably have about 3 braids, and I wanted to show you guys how I'm doing the goddess braid. You could honestly stop and just do the goddess braids and not wrap them so you don't have locks. If you wanted to do that, you could definitely do it. Sorry, I feel like a little flustered right now because my setup is not how I usually have it, because yesterday when I was filming, my ring light broke. So I'm not happy about that. So if the lighting is going in and out, it's because the sun is kind of setting. It's like 6:30 or something like that. I don't even know. I ain't even made dinner yet. I gotta work tomorrow, so I have to finish this hair tonight. So this is the section that I have left. I'm gonna go ahead and separate it with my fingers. I'm just doing finger parts. If you want your parts to be more precise, by all means. Okay, looks like I'm just gonna do 2 locks and call it a day. Y'all ever do that? You know, your braids start to get a little thicker towards the end because you just over it. I have been working on this hairstyle since yesterday. I wanted to take my time because I knew that if I just sat down and did it, I would have got frustrated and ended up taking some of it out. One of the things you're going to need is a brush or a comb of some sort to detangle your hair. I personally don't recommend finger detangling because when I do my braids, I like to make sure that my hair is fully detangled so that way the takedown process is pretty smooth. And then you're going to need a piece of bundle hair. I'm using Brazilian deep wave. You can literally use whatever you have. Every girl has a hair drawer. I mean, I got a hair drawer. I think you got a hair drawer. So if you got some straight, some kinky straight, kinky curly, body wave, what have you, use it. It's just sitting in a drawer, probably in your bathroom or in your closet or wherever you keep your hair. And you know, it ain't gonna be used, so use it. Now, I'm not doing any fancy braid technique. I'm literally just plaiting my hair. I'm not trying to be too tight around the root because when we wrap the hair, it's gonna add a little bit of more security, so you don't want it too tight. And I'm also gonna crochet the hair that I'm gonna use to wrap my braids, so I don't want it to be super tight where I can't get the crochet hook in. Then I'm just gonna braid all the way down until about 2 or 3 inches from my ends before I feed in the bundle hair. And I am not the best braider, y'all, okay? I barely get by. So if I can do this, you can do this. So I'm gonna stop right about here. I have this much hair left. I'm going to grab my bundle hair and about 3, maybe 4 inches from the ends, not the tapered end, the end where I cut, I'm going to feed that into my braid. The tricky thing is, obviously my hair is a different texture than this hair. So really trying to get a good grip on the bundle hair is key, because once you start wrapping, you don't want the bundle hair to slip, because it'll just come out. And that happened to one of my faux locks on the other side. I'll show you guys in a second. And I did not want to unwrap it, unbraid it, rebraid it just to add a piece of bundle hair. Like, you wouldn't even be able to tell if I didn't, you know, say anything. Once I get to the ends and there's no more of my hair left, I just kind of like twist it and coil it around itself, and it's gonna stay. I'm gonna take this last section and I'm gonna zoom you guys in when I do feed in the hair. Now, I'm not the best at it, so I do take a little bit more time, but honestly, it's not that hard. I feel like feeding in hair to like regular, you know, plait braid is a lot easier than doing feed in with cornrows, because that's a whole different animal to me. I detangled the section. Now I'm just going to separate the hair, and I'm not being precise with the, you know, thickness of the strand, but you just want to keep in mind that when you're adding hair, obviously towards the end, when your hair starts to taper off and you're adding more, once you go to wrap it with the hair for the lock, it's going to be a little bit more bulkier in that section. So don't go crazy and add like a thick piece of hair, because you're going to notice it once you start to wrap the hair with the faux lock hair. I've said hair like so many times already. Here is this strand. It's pretty thin, not too crazy. I'm gonna lay that on my leg, and I'm going to start to braid, and then I'll zoom in once we're ready to feed in the bundle hair. So here we are, and I'm about 3 inches from the ends of my hair, and I have my strands that I'm using to braid nicely separated from each other, kind of like in a T. And I'm holding it pretty tightly because I don't want to lose my grip. And I'm going to grab my bundle hair and go behind my braid, and I'm just going to stretch it across so that on the T, it's the top. So I don't have any bundle hair added to the middle piece. And then I'm going to start braiding. And once again, your grip is everything, because if the bundle hair is not secured, it will slip out. So once I feel like I got a pretty good grip, then I can go a little bit faster. We're trying to go for that look where you can't tell where I added the bundle hair. So you see like the thickness of my braid looks pretty uniform. That's another key as to when you should add in your bundle hair. When your braid starts to taper off, that's when you want to add the hair, because you don't want the braid to get skinny and then you add hair and it's thicker. You want it to blend pretty seamlessly. So when I get to the end of my hair, I'm just going to wrap the curl around my finger and let it go. I want to go ahead and show you guys the hair that I'm using to wrap and make the faux lock. I ordered this hair off of Amazon. I will leave it linked down below if you want to pick it up. I honestly ordered it probably about a month and a half ago. I was supposed to install it as like crochet braids into my daughter's hair for when they went to South Carolina on spring break, but because of the whole COVID thing, they never went, so I never did her hair. Since all of my braids are done and the base for the faux locks are finished and we can go ahead and start wrapping, I'm gonna go ahead and do a majority of my head, and I will leave a few just so I can show you guys how I'm doing the wrapping process. So I will be back in just a minute. Okay guys, it is the next morning and I'm going to finish up. I left 2 last night because I was tired and I didn't feel like recording. and I was like, I'm gonna hate myself in the morning because I have to work today. And I was like, so I have to record me doing the locks on these 2 braids before I go to work. And actually one of my bundle pieces came out, so I have to re-braid that in real quick. I was so tired last night. I didn't even put my clothes in the dryer, so they're in the dryer right now. Listen, I was tired, okay? The kids and I had a busy weekend. I mean, not busy because we ain't going nowhere, obviously, but we were just doing a lot of stuff, and Mom was tired. Mom was tired. The hair that I'm using to wrap my braids came from Amazon, and they're already pre-set like this. They're crochet spring twists, I believe, or like little mini passion twists, whatever. So this is how it looks like straight out of the box. And I fluff it out so it looks like this to wrap my braid. You want it really fluffy. Obviously, if you don't fluff it out, you're gonna use more, and you're gonna have a more like curly, defined kind of lock. So now that I've fluffed out the hair, I'm gonna go ahead and take my crochet hook. So let me zoom you guys in real quick so I can show you exactly how I'm doing this. I wanted to zoom you guys in so you can see the entire process and how I'm going to crochet the hair under my braid. So what I'm gonna do is take my crochet hook, one like this, and this actually comes with the braid. So if you order the hair that I linked in the description, you'll get a crochet hook with your package. And I'm just going directly under the braid, like that. So that's another reason why you don't want to braid your hair too tight, and it's not gonna stay, of course, because now we're at the top of my head. So now I'm gonna take the hair and I'm just going to wrap it around my fingers so that I get a taut piece of hair so that I can easily get it onto the hook, and then close the latch and pull it through. So I'm only going to leave about this much on one side and the rest of the hair on the other. This is what we're gonna use to wrap, and this is what we're gonna use to anchor the hair to the braid. So hold your braid and the small piece very taut. You don't want this to move because if you move, you'll end up with a twist and not a lock. So starting with the hair, I'm going to just start wrapping. And see how I'm using my index finger and my thumb to hold on to the hair? That's just so it stays nice and neat. So every time I come around, I open my finger and close it again. And you're just going to hold this and gradually go all the way down your braid. Now, make sure you are not twisting the hair. You'll see my hand move like this, but I'm not twisting the braid and this hair. I'm just doing this because it's easier for me to kind of push the hair underneath instead of like having to like reach through. You see what I'm saying? So I just use it to push. And here, I'll turn to the side. So it may look like I'm twisting the hair, but I'm not. I'm still anchoring my braid with one hand. I'm just moving my wrist, if that makes sense. And then you literally just do this till you get to the end of your braid.
You're doing that again?
I have to hurry up and do it before I go to work. I didn't finish my hair last night. And then I gotta get dressed and go to work.
And what are we supposed to do?
You're staying home. Now that I have reached the end of my braid and this is where my bundle hair starts, I still have quite a bit of crochet hair. So I'm gonna start going back up. And I really like this look because if you get ombre hair or like 2 colors that are mixed, it kind of gives you like a highlighted, more like natural look. And then once I get to the point where there's very little hair left, I'm gonna take some nail glue and we're gonna secure the tail end to the lock. I got this from my Kiss press-on set. So as you're wrapping, obviously you wanna make sure that you're covering your braid because this is a protective style. So what's the point of doing it if you're not going to protect your natural hair? So obviously my hair is not peeking out in the braid. So I always just double check and make sure that I'm not gluing my hair. You know what I'm saying? So just look and find a spot. I know I probably look crazy and cross-eyed right now. And I literally just dab a little bit on there and wrap that tail over. And then I just take my hands and I go like this And here's our lock. And I am sweating so freaking bad. So moving on to our last braid, I want to go ahead and show you guys one more time exactly how I did this. So we have our fluffed out hair and my crochet hook, which always falls on the ground. So I take my crochet hook, and with the latch open, I'm going to slide that underneath my braid. And then taking my crochet hair, oh my god, and making it taut so that I can get it on the loop. I loop it on, close the latch, and pull it through. And here's my tail, my small piece that I'm going to anchor the hair with and hold that with my braid. And then I take it in my left hand and I wrap with my right just because that's my dominant hand. And securing the hair, I just start wrapping. So obviously I'm starting at the root, but I'm not wrapping too tight at my root because I don't want to cause a lot of tension. If you're just doing faux locks and you don't want any bundle hair at the end, like you don't want any tail piece, and you still have hair left over at the bottom, you'll just still go right back up and you'll have like a blunt end. And I'll show you guys what that looks like, because I do have a piece where my bundle hair fell out and it was late the other night and I didn't feel like re-braiding it back in. So I just did like a plain lock. Here's the end of my braid and my bundle hair has started and I still have this much left. So I'm just going to wrap back up my braid. And I'm not doing it like super close like I was going down. I'm just kind of like staggering it a little bit just so I can get rid of this hair and be done. So then when I get to this point where I have just a little bit of hair left, I'm gonna take my nail glue and put a little dot on the lock and then wrap that hair around. Kind of like securing it so that you don't get any frizzies. I'm sure the kinkier the hair, it probably would just stay, but just for added security, I like to use the nail glue. Let me show you guys that one. So here is a lock that I did with a blunt end because my braiding hair just fell out and I was like kind of lazy. So here's what that looks like. So if you reach the end and you still have some more hair, you just like hold on to the tip of it and then start twisting back up like I did. Now, some of these on this side I do need to redo. There's a pretty thick one right here and right here, and I think I have one coming undone. Yeah, I have one coming undone right here because I got pretty lazy 2 nights ago when I was trying to finish this side of my hair, and yeah. Here is the finished look. I absolutely love them. I think that they look super cute. I love the like messy bohemian vibe. I just think that that's really, really cute. You could definitely go in and add some jewelry or accessories, those little like cuffs that people like, or some like seashells or that cord. I don't have any on me right now. The only ones that I have are like brightly colored, like red, green, and purple. And I didn't want to do that. I would probably go with more like a gold vibe. But the way that Amazon was set up, I tried to order some, but it says it wasn't going to get here till like May 1st, and I didn't want to wait that long because these are only probably going to be in for about a week. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, let me know what protective style you would like to see me try next, and subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! I wanted to pop in really quick and tell you guys a couple of things that I forgot to mention while I was sitting down filming. These locks, even though they probably look stiff, and I'm sure a lot of people assume that faux locks are very stiff and hard and crunchy, these ones are not. See how I can like ball it up and then it goes right back. They're not stiff. They don't hurt because I didn't start wrapping super close to my scalp, and I also didn't braid my hair really tight. So you can definitely get away with this being an absolute protective style. I slept on these braids 2 nights now and they don't hurt whatsoever. So I just wanted to let y'all know. I know sometimes protective styles can be, you know, a little bit painful. They can cause a lot of tension, but if you're doing it yourself, you know your boundaries, you know what I'm saying? So you know how sensitive your scalp is. So just, you know, accommodate your braiding technique to your sensitivity. I don't know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I'm actually about to throw these in a bun and go to work. So I'm gonna show you guys how I put them in a bun. Really easy, very simple, and yeah, versatile. So let's do this. My room is a mess, so don't judge me. The first thing I'm gonna do is just flip these over. And I have no weight. They're also very lightweight. I want to mention that as well. I don't have that many. I think I counted and I actually came up with 24 on each side. That was not on purpose. So I have 48 locks in my head. So I just flip them over and gather them all in my hand. And then depending on how high, let me scooch down a little bit. Depending on how high you want your bun to sit, you'll just kind of like pull the locks, you know, back or whatever. So now that I have all of them in my hand, I'm just trying to like pull up the back ones that are loose. I don't know if you guys can see, but like these ones are loose a little bit. So I'm just pulling them so it lays flat and I don't have like a bubble. I'm just gonna do the same thing with the front and make sure that they're all laying nice and flat, which I think they are. Okay, so now I'm literally just going to twist and wrap, and then we have this hair to just kind of like tuck under, and then I just kind of like move it back, and then I'll secure it with a scrunchie. This one's a little loose, so I'll just try to like tuck it in there, and there we have our bun. I'm not looking in a mirror, obviously I'm looking in my viewfinder, so if it looks a little cattywampus, that's because I really can't see. So yeah, here's our bun, super cute. And I don't have to worry about it because I can't wear my hair down at work, so ugh. But yeah, and it's not heavy. My neck is not like, you know, going like this. Again, it is very, very lightweight. My neck doesn't like, you know, fall to one side or the front or the back. It's very lightweight. I'm good. Whew. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. I already said that, but I just wanted to emphasize it to you guys. It really helps my channel out. And yeah, that's it. Okay, bye.